Salutations, everyone, and welcome to a deck overview. Today, we're showcasing a custom deck I've made called Runic Sky Striker. As you can see, it consists of entirely spell cards apart from these four monsters. The main theory behind this deck was with the combination of just generic spell cards I can use and spare Runic cards that I don't recycle off a fountain, I'll always have at least three for engage. And if in another funny interaction, let's say they try to Ash Hugin or go for a interruption on Hugin, I can dodge if I have linkage in hand and link off into either Kayana or Hayata, preferably Kayana, because we want to keep Hayata for the FTK. So after seeing what the deck theoretically is able to do, let me just give you the overview. 3 copies of Sky Striker Ace Ray, pretty standard. 1 Rise. This is the standard Sky Striker ratio from what I understand. 3 Engage, 3 Widow Anchor, 2 Linkage, 2 Shark Cannons, 1 Afterburners, and 1 Hornet Drones. Now time for the Runics. 3 copies of Tip, 3 copies of Freezing Curses, 3 copies of Flashing Fire, 3 copies of Destruction, and 2 copies of Fountain. This doesn't seem like a whole lot, and I agree. I did also have some Dispellings in here, but I decided to replace the Dispellings with Super Poly. You could play more in the side deck, but this is the ratio I like to play for this. Now time for non-engine. Called by the Grave, 3 Talents, 3 Time-Turning Morganites, and 3 Super Polys. This is a combination of either drawing cards or board breaking, depending on going first or going second. Now time for the extra. 2 copies of Hugin. That's pretty much everything we play for Runic. We play 3 Kagaris, 3 Shizukus, 2 Zeeks. The reason we play 2 of these is because if we have like a Ray in hand, or an array of rows in hand, and one of these 2 on field, we can either link into Zeke or Azalea. Same thing with Hugin. 1 Hayata for the FTK, 1 Kayana just in case I don't want to go into Hayata, 1 Azalea, and then super poly targets are Mud Dragon and Gorilla. In the side, we play 3 Soul Releases, 3 Cosmics, 3 Dark Rulers, 2 Lightning Storms, a Feather Duster, and then 1 apiece of another Linkage, Shark Cannon, and Afterburners. Sometimes the second Afterburner does come in pretty handy. With that, let me show you a game that showcases this deck's strengths really well. Welcome to the game. My opponent is on Dinomorphia, and they are starting us off. They begin with a new Morganite, sending it to Grave to banish itself to get Time Tearing effects, Diplos to send a trap, Razor to set Frenzy, Overlay for Dolkia, set 1 pass. We're going to summon Rose, go Fugari, Super Poly here for something funny. Go Mud Dragon, Runic Tip, they'll solve the Supreme King. And even though it's negated, Supreme King still goes off. I get to now go Townlands to draw 2. They summon out 2. A Widowmaker Steel. Runic Fountain. They go Frenzy to summon 1. We go Freezing Curses. They go Rexstorm. Runic Fountain to put back 2. Super Poly. Take 2 of them and make Rua. Link off Azalea. Destroy and draw 1. I go Zeke. Shizuku Battle Phase to reset. End Phase. Add an Afterburners. Opponent draws for turn. Fossil Dig. They get them to a normal summon that meets a Freezing Curses. Banish a couple more. Then make Typhon, which gives us the option for Flashing Fires. We recycle the 2 with Runic Fountain. Draw 2. Pretty good draws. We get a linkage off the top. Don't really even need it. Engage for Widow Anchor. Go Kagari. Get back the Engage. Go Engage. Grab another Widow Anchor. Set 3 Battle Phase Pass. Shizuku is going to get us a Shark Cannon. They're just going to pass. And we'll do nothing fancy. Just go straight in for battle. and we take game 1. In game 2, our opponent had, after side decking, I've just sided in my Lightning Storms, Cosmics, and Feather Duster. In place of like the Shark Cannons, I still kept in Talents, which I don't think you'll see in this game, but you'll see in the next game. Anyways, our opponent is starting us off. They'll Fossil Dig for Therium Special to get a trip to set Sonic. They go Duality, revealing 3. They'll get End Examining Morganite, Morganite's effect, Banish for Time Tearing, go Time Tearing, Normal, Diplos, send a trap, set 2, pass. We'll immediately go Flashing Fires here. Go for Hugin. Hugin pitching Engage. Super Poly, making Gorilla. We'll go Fountain, and we'll chain Destruction to their Frenzy. Azalea. Chain 1, chain 2, chain 3. We go Woodwanker to negate and steal. Go Time Tearing. They have 1. We go Time Tearing so we get some more draws. We link off for Kagari. Get back the Engage. Go for Engage. Get Afterburners. Afterburners. Destroy the field. Diplos. Which we can't Flashing Fires because we already used it this turn. Shizuku during end step gets his Hornet drones. They crash. Bringing back Theriza. I couldn't Flashing Fire this for some reason. He goes Spell Canceller, which really messes up my deck because it is almost entirely spells. To which I'll try to crash over it so I can do things. However, I can't do it, so I'll just go in phase. They go battle, and I will concede. So it's time for that all-important game 3. We have drawn not good at all. You don't want to see multiples in Runic hands, especially 3 of. However, as you see in this game, this probably actually was a really good hand in hindsight. Anyways, we get to start this one off. Obviously, we have to go Destruction here. Hugin pitching Destruction so we can recycle. We link off for Shizuku. We go Fountain. And step Shizuku will grab us Engage. They pick a Duality. I immediately go Destruction because I need more. And I need to get some Banishes, which are pretty good. Fountain puts back all 3 copies, so I can draw 3. I don't pull a single Sky Striker card, which is unlucky. We immediately begin with Time Tearing. We go Engage because we have 3 spells. Oh, no, we don't. So we have to Hornet Drone, link to Zeke, link Kagari, get back Engaged, and now we get the draw. We get a Widowwinker and the second Fountain, so we have to set 2 and pass. Shizuku during end step will grab us another Widowwinker. That will set 3. We'll draw for turn, and we get a tip. We'll immediately go tip for Destruction. Destruction will destroy one of them traps. We'll recycle the 2 of them. And we'll draw another tip and a Destruction, so that's really good. We'll go Engage, add 1, Engage, add 1, and then we draw 1 and Engage off the Engage. We have to discard a couple, so discard only the monsters. They set more, but during end step, we go Destruction. Then we go Tip to add another Destruction. Then we go Fountain to recycle the 2 and draw 2. We get a Flashing Fires, Freezing Curses. Immediately go for Destruction on one of them. We go for Engage, adding Ray, draw 1. We get to go Tip for Destruction. We'll recycle 2. And then we'll recycle. Don't link up for Shizuka because there's nothing I could add at this point. We just discard some blank spells. We go Freezing Curses to banish a couple more. They bring out another Spell Counselor, but this is where a really funny interaction happens. I just go straight Battle Phase, but I can't. So I have to discard one of my Flashing Fires. Goes back to my turn immediately. I try to push Battle Phase, however they go Tears of the Overbrute, but because it's Sense to the Grave, I go Ray, and Ray immediately gets back a Kagari, so I go over. I Destruction, target one of their spells, and I go Tip to add a spell. and recycle the 2. Then I banish 1 just to be safe, but they decided to Iron Thunder it. However, the game is over because next turn they get decked out. I'm back with the deck, and yeah, it's pretty decent. Let me just go over a few pros and cons I've noticed with playing this deck. First, the pros. 1, you are always guaranteed to be drawing a good few times a turn, meaning with like combinations of like engage, time tearing, talents if you get hand trapped. 2, this deck can recycle really well as long as you can keep Fountain on the field. With a wide variety of spells, you're always recycling 2 to 3, especially when you start to run out. And 3, this deck has the potential to play only one half of the deck. So let's just say if you go second and your opponent's not set up anything and doesn't have any forms of interruption, and you drew Ray plus a way to get to linkage, that's a way you can perform the FTK line if you wish. And time for the few cons. 1, certain hand traps do really hurt this deck, such as draws, dimensional shifters. There are ones you can dodge, like Ash, Effect Veil, or Infinite Impermanence, but generally speaking, there are some that could really help you, and sometimes you really wish you would have drawn called by 2. You don't have any protection for your fountain typically from like feather dusters or lightning storms because your EMZ is typically blocked by a Sky Striker monster. So in situations like that, you really need to prey on your Sky Striker stuff. And 3, as you saw, any form of wide spell trap, negate, or just makes them unactivatable, like Spell Canceller or anti-spell, really hurts this deck. It is literally 36 spells for monsters. Yet, yes, you can just try to beat over it. However, for anti-spell, you give your opponent at least a turn. But it's down to 1, so Spell Canceller is the main issue. Overall, this is a deck I've built. I really like playing it. It is tons of fun. But yeah, if you have enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I'll catch you all next time.